The world champion of Zerg last year, and you're just an amazing player in general.
How has he not played against Terran in 2015 Pro League?
Actually absurd.
That can't be right. He played against Bravo, right?
Did he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Huh.
Unless that was in like an SSL group or something.
I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure he's played against Terran. That would be pretty insane if he hasn't played against one single Terran out of 16 games.
Yeah. He recently got 2-0'd by Byung in GSL. That's probably the loss we've seen of Life in terms of ZVT in a while.
And you know, Life does occasionally have problems here in Pro League.
This is like the one place he does actually have a rough time.
Yeah,
he's best of one.
AT especially.
Yeah. And here's KeeN. KeeN's latest results against Zerg. He lost to Sulky and Ragnarok in the Kesper Cup qualifiers. And yeah, it's pretty much the only time I've really seen KeeN recently. He's just one of those online players more than anything else.
Yeah, I mean, at least those are two good Zergs, right? Pretty good Zergs in Korea. So
yeah, absolutely. Nice song as well. Some Oasis. It's been a while since I heard them.
Yeah, I remember the last time we were casting, and you were like, "Oh, that's that song by Oasis."
How about that?
You're like, "Oh, I don't remember that." But
I have no idea what you're talking about, Bellas, but I love you just the same, buddy.
All right, guys, we're gonna jump into the game. Regardless, it's gonna be Echo for Life versus KeeN. Maybe we'll get a look at the predictions first.
Maybe.
It's always nice to see Life with all those pins on his shirt there.
I'd love one of those shirts, actually. They look good. I reckon I could pull it off, fellas.
Well, guys, it looks like we're just jumping into that game. Let's do it right now. Down here in the bottom right, in the red, our Zerg player from KT Rolster. It is Life.
Top left, I'm KeeN Az to introduce this guy from Prime. I'm not even going to say his name as I use it. All right. What have you got planned for us, KeeN? How will you take down this monster of a Zerg player? Tell us your secrets.
You know, well, let's take a look at our fan predictions here. 80 to 20%. Not a big surprise.
20% win for KeeN?
Yeah, I think he's got some fans. Maybe people are saying, "Oh, Life just got 0-2'd by Byung." Like, maybe he's not at his top form.
Yeah.
By the way, Penguin just tweeted at me. He says Life stats were wrong. He's 5-3 versus Terran this season in Pro League.
Thank you, Penguin.
He's played 8 games versus Terran.
I miss you, Penguin. Come back to Korea, buddy. All right. So, nothing just yet. Nothing aggressive from either player. I think we're just going to see a simple hatch first from Life. Maybe a 16 gas. And just a standard Reaper opening from KeeN.
I guess KeeN does have a lot to study on from Life's recent ZVT. Whereas there's not much here for KeeN. I mean, he had those Kespa Cup losses, the qualifier losses, versus those 2 Zergs, but those weren't broadcasted. Or maybe they were.
No, I don't think so.
No. I can't really remember that. We did.
I think maybe the Korean broadcasters did it.
Okay.
I think.
But yeah, besides that, he basically has nothing. No games against Zerg in Pro League. He's only played 2 games in Pro League, so he's pretty much unknown as to what he's doing, what style he likes to play versus Zerg these days.
Yeah, that is true. Life playing a little bit safer this game. We went for the pull before gas, so let's get those lings out a little bit quicker, those queens out a little bit quicker. Doesn't know exactly what KeeN may have planned for him.
Looks like from KeeN, just build we see very often. You go for the SCV Scout, and then you send in the Reaper as well. Just very safe, get all the information on what that Zerg's doing, and you follow up with the next band. Makes only 1 Reaper.
Yeah, I like this. Reaper into Reactor. Get out those Marines a little bit faster. There we That's what I'm talking about. And I like it because it denies a lot of scouting, gets a lot of more Marines out, and it also gives you the opportunity to go for early Hellbat timings with Marines or Marine Hellion timings as well. Just get out a Medivac, get it out nice and quick. You can do a lot of surprise damage. You can even end the game that quick. And I think we have seen Life go down to it before. Ooh, nice dodge there.
KeeN not even choosing to deal with the lanes until they're way off creep. Just going straight for the drone. Wants that damage. Ooh, gets a lane. So, Life will commit to speed. We'll get that on the map now. At least first. One extra queen coming out. For now. He doesn't really mind any extra gas. Stops at 16. Well, 116, I guess, after getting the speed.
Yeah, just banking on getting a lot of minerals out nice and quick. I think he'll go for a pretty fast third base behind this. Normally, you'd probably see at least one drone in gas if he wants to maybe go for a two-base opening. So you're going to rely on Lynx to defend against whatever comes his way. It could be a bit of a scary choice if we do see KeeN go for Hellbats. KeeN is getting that stop it out nice and quick, continuing to make Marines from 1 racks.
Second gas coming down. He's going to make a Widow Mine now.
It comes down to when that armory, if that armory decides to come down. But a lot of queens being made from Life, which is one thing to consider if there ever was a Hellbat timing. That is probably sufficient queens to deal with it.
Yeah. Looks like we're not going to see too many Hellions out of KeeN. He's going to stop at 2 even, and doesn't even send them across the map just yet. He's going to switch straight into Widow Mine drops. Maybe just do a bit of a two-pronged harass, like drop somewhere in the main and go attack at the front, maybe try to get some damage down.
Yeah, like Hellion run by while they deal with the drop. Always very efficient against Zerg. Going to be up to Life to have enough Lings out in the map. More Spore Crawlers to deal with the mine drops.
We're going to see more Hellions as the follow-up. Even a Viking to get rid of some of these Overlords out the mountain.
Ooh, sees the Medivac. Kind of gives everything away for Life. Let's see what he's going to do. What is he going to add here?
It seems like the idea for Life is to just not really make any other units besides the Lynx. He's just going to make an obscene amount of queens. He's going to go up to 6 now, making a 7th and 2 spine crawlers.
I like this a lot. I like how he's playing this game so far. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to make a ton of queens. I'm going to be able to deflect just about anything, except probably a Hellion run by if they get past them. Because if the Hellions get past these queens, there's nothing to stop them. And now we are seeing a bunch of Lynx come out. 14 on the way.
We're going to have this drop go straight to the main. Not many of these drones have been transferred. Life will be ready with some of these Lynx. KeeN's still going to commit to that drop, and then Widowmine gets down, going to kill a bunch of stuff, a bunch of Lynx, and goes for the run by here at the third base.
Ooh, even transfusing some of those drones. And it didn't do too much damage. Spore Crawler is going to come up in time to deal with at least one of these mines. So not too much. 3 drones going down after all of that. Essentially, Life is stabilized on 3 bases. Ooh, this could be a problem.
Uh-oh.
Ooh,
nice. Only going to lose 1. But, you know, a decent pull and gets a little bit of extra damage at least.
Yeah, while this is all happening, we did see that third CC start up. Nearly finished at this point. Upgrades are in favor of Life as well. You know, he went for them first. I like where Life is at currently. He's deflected everything so far. I like the fact that he added 4 Creep Queens.
Yeah, he's going to have everywhere creeped up. It's great for the map, too, especially if you don't... uh-oh.
Oh,
wow. Was
8?
that just 8? 8 drones just went down.
8 drones from 1 mine?
Well.
And they weren't even, like, bunched together. They were just mining.
Yeah.
That's
just
ridiculous.
a big transfer there. But what I was saying before, just the choke there at your natural, and in between the natural and the third, it's great to just hold it off there with just only queens and spine crawlers, as long as you don't transfer too early to the third base. So yeah, just to follow up, I really like the style out of Life.
Yeah, nice greedy style. I think it must be stylistically like good against what KeeN does. He must know at least some of KeeN's style, and he knows that KeeN likes to be a little bit aggressive early on. So if he gets enough queens out, gets that third up, he'll have a pretty big lead. And with this creep spread, man, it's so sick. He is doing fantastic.
He's also heading those upgrades, as we mentioned before. Gonna be pretty important. And he still has those 2 spine crawlers, which aren't even that bad just to have him a little bit later on in the game. Add a little bit of extra defense. May end up making them regardless, so.
And I'm curious to see if he's going to go straight into 2-2 or going to save for mutas at this point. Currently hasn't decided. He's 1-1 just finished. And 2-2 is going to be on the way, plus the mutas slowly building up.
Yeah, no heavy commitment to mutas. Also getting that Baneling speeds here, so a lot of this gas just going straight into upgrades. Not bad. Just going to sit back on 3 base, try to defend everything that KeeN's throwing at him. I like the way Life's playing. He's playing for the later game. He's like, oh, I just feel like I'm a better player than you. I can take this long.
Big counter attack coming across the map. Oh, it's going to run into Hellions. I don't know if it's going to be a good trade there. They're getting a nice angle. He's going to be careful of these Marines. Looking for a 4th base currently. Still building up that meter count as well before he has enough to really go on a harassment spree.
Ooh, KeeN kind of messing up the timing there with his armory. The 1-1 finishes, but then he forgets it and he only puts it down now.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's really going to put him far behind the 2-2 of Life. So Life has a big window of opportunity to attack and then trade very efficiently with this bio army.
Ooh, I like this counterattack once again. Not that many Marines back here. It's going to force a lot of these Hellions back to deal with this.
He's going to do a little something. He might actually get a couple of SCVs. No, not going to find too much, but at least buying time, getting the rest of his army up and running. He's got a lot of mutas now, currently sitting at 10. More and more on the way, and that 4th base on the way as well.
I love the players that just defend with offense, you know, with harass, with counterattacks, stuff like this. Lennox also another guy. Uh-oh, turret not done. It finishes up, and should be able to get that repair just barely in time.
Oh, here we go, another push on the 4th base, but there's a lot of Link Bane waiting for it.
Oh, pops a muta. Yeah, the creep, even though it's very far out in the middle of the map, it's not really over here at this 4th base. Definitely wants to get it over there soon.
2-2 about to finish up, so this big upgrade advantage for Life. It's going to stay relevant for quite some time, about 3 minutes. KeeN not finding too much at all. No real damage anywhere. No cancel on that 4th base. Yeah. Here we go. Potentially big engagement here. Got to be careful of this mine up here. Life takes a fairly big hit.
Yeah, just pushing him back off the creep. Wasted that scan. Wasn't actually able to clean up too much of it.
KeeN's macro has been pretty fantastic so far. Staying pretty much even in supply, but might change in just a second.
Oh, that Widowmine hit was pretty huge, but regardless. Oh, another really nice one. But at the same time, a drop coming in here towards the natural. Only 1 queen to defend. At the same time, coming in at the 4th base.
Oh, wow. This is actually doing some critical damage. He lost all these creep queens at the top base as well. They were all on full energy, just not transfusing them, distracted by the natural drop. So Life getting pulled out of position pretty badly. Hasn't really had a chance to take advantage of his upgrades. And very shortly, in about 60 seconds time, KeeN will have caught up.
Yeah. I would love to see him just go straight into 3-3, try to get more ahead there. He does have that 4th CC at the same time, and really nice sensor tower placement over there by that 3rd base. It's going to give him a little bit of extra information near his production. Look at this weak medevac going for a big drop towards the bottom side of the map.
That's ambitious, man. That's a 1 HP medevac. A 1 HP medevac.
That guy's a boss. Only 1 turret here, but he does have Marines. That's a lot of mutas. Life going for pretty heavy muta style this game. 22 mutas out in the mount.
Big counterattack towards the 4th base as well of KeeN's. Going to shut that down for now. And look at this. He's actually going to be heading towards the 3rd base, but there is a pretty hefty bio army waiting.
A lot of wasted Banes. And then look at this. This same drop comes back. That 1 medevac with 1 health. He had just right-clicked it with that queen. Uh-oh, really nice splits here, though, keeping the Marauders in the front. KeeN playing very well this game. And look at this, same time coming in at that 4th base, not enough defense.
Well, that's happened there. The Lings actually killed that 4th CC. It wasn't lifted at all. So trading bases, essentially. And he will clean this up, but KeeN is playing fantastically.
Yeah, he's sticking in the game against Life. Not bad.
Another mine, actually. A couple of mines active in the natural, killing 8 drones. We missed that on screen. Down there. He's going to deal with them now.
Bringing back his entire army. If KeeN was out on the map, we could have seen more aggression at that 4th base. Life, to be honest, just not really dealing with all this aggression and harassment in the best way.
It's actually looking pretty messy. And the timer is now on. You know, 3-3 for the buy is on the way. And it gets a lot more scarier when that happens. Plus, if this 4th goes up for KeeN and turned into a planetary, the game just goes so much longer for the Terran. They've just settled for so much longer with a decent economy. And then you'd be trading against, a very upgraded army, much more upgraded than your own. 3-3 makes the biggest difference.
I'm loving KeeN's very heavy commitment to creep killing, just in general here in this game. Look at that. He's committed so many Widow Mines back there in Life. Oh, he's flying in.
He's flying in. Oh, he's going to see them. Is he paying attention? No, he's not. Oh, not taking too much there.
Hits. All these guys are in the red, but
he spread it just enough.
Down.
Yeah. Very close.
What if he had stacked those, tried to do,
Oh, man.
Could have lost all of his mutas in one hit. It was a very nice try by KeeN. You got to hand it to him.
Life's going to be so careful with these mutas being all in red like this. Gonna let them regen a bit, and now we are seeing a counter attack from KeeN, and this is a great time to do it considering all those mutas are just nearly worthless in a fight.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard for Life to fight straight up, and he's committed so much to his supply to these mutas. Don't forget, another hit goes off. More weakened mutas.
Somehow only getting 1. And now an attack on the 4th base, it looks like, up north. Nice position for KeeN. 3-3 seconds away from finishing as well.
Does Life have enough to stop this?
I don't
try
think so,
desperately.
actually.
The Marauders are tanking in the front. Setting off a bunch of these Widow Mines, but still a lot of bio behind this.
And nicely spread out. 3-3 has finished, but simply too much. And these mutas are actually traded so well, they got rid of the 3rd base.
What?
Maybe going down to the 4th now. Only a few turrets really out of position.
Oh man, Life just with this heavy muta style doing so much damage back at the base of KeeN. It was a nice little aggression there on the 4th base of Life once again, but he wasn't able to find the same amount of damage. And look at all this mutas back up to green.
Oh yeah, they're all healed up at this point, and so many more SCVs that are about to go down. Even Marines is trading pretty efficiently. 2-0 mutas currently. Wouldn't mind gonna hit him. Not finding much. Now finally we're seeing a Thor added in.
Gonna cancel a 5th base. It's something very small, but at this point, Life just has done so much damage. Still no 3rd base. It looks like he's gonna fly his orbital into the 3rd base. Start mining from that. It doesn't look like Life wants to give him much time. He's gonna morph a bunch of Banes here and go for one final attack.
Here we go. Pretty huge supply lead for Life at this point. 60 up. And if you get on top of this Thor with the magic box, it should be okay. Oh, nice work baiting out those mines as well.
The bio coming from behind even. Let's see how the splits are. They're all right, but that one on the left wasn't too good, and Life's just got so much stuff.
Yeah, he's jumping on top of the production at this point as well. In the natural, soon to be in the main base. 3rd base in shambles. Mutas trading with the bio left over.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. It looks like Life has secured the win. KeeN not very happy in that booth.
Not too keen on this game, Valdez. Soon he'll be out.
Yeah, hands off the keyboard. GG! KT Rolster will secure that win with a 3-1.
Nice work by Life, though KeeN made him sweat for it.
Yeah.
That was a pretty nice game. I'd love to see these guys in the best of series.
Yeah. Kind of reminded me of Life's game against Bravo. You know, Bravo gave him like a really long, drawn-out game. Actually went toe-to-toe with Life for a really long time, but at the end wasn't able to pull it through. Life just securing that win. So KT should be happy with the win, but honestly, I don't think they wanted to drop a game. Indicator points do mean a lot to them, and Prime being the weakest team here in Pro League probably wanted that 3-0.
Yeah, they were probably expecting it. Creator finding that perfect matchup there, you know, up against Zest. I'm sure he's pretty happy with it. KeeN shouldn't feel too bad about that game, though. He played a great game. He really took Life to the edge. running out of steam at the end.
Hopefully we get to see him more against, you know, kind of mid-tier level Zergs. Maybe get some wins in here for Prime. He didn't look bad at all. So who do you predict as the MVP, Moonblade? We play this small little mini game in the cast all the time.
I think we're going to see Flash. You want to bet? Are you going to bet anything else?
Nah.
All right.
I think I'll side with you on Flash.
Okay. No problem, man.
So we're going to have to wait a little bit before we get into that MVP interview, maybe see the results of the day, as is the way of things over at Pro League.
Pretty good day overall, Valdez. You know, pretty exciting. So happy to see Spenu like coming into power like this. And here's a look at the results of this last match. KT taking it 3-1. TY, Flash, and Life taking those wins.
Yeah, Max said kind of being torn apart by Flash. Still, the Foreigner's not doing too well here. And Crater continues his win streak against Zest, I suppose. We'll see if K2 will think twice in later rounds about sending Zest out on a map that they think Crater could be coming out on.
Yeah, maybe just avoid putting Crater up against Prime in general could be the key.
Or Zest. Just like don't even put him in the lineup, you know?
Yeah.
Well, here's where we stand. Spenu is on top with a 2-0 and a +5 indicator. SKT, even though they are 2-0, not the best indicator here, +3.
Yeah, look at that. KT sitting in third place, tied in third with CJ after that win over Prime. They got some more work to do, and Prime 0-2 down the bottom once again. They gotta find some way to get out of here, man. They gotta find a way to start putting some wins on the board.
And here are our winners' rankings. Maru, he gets another win, as did Hero in his game. So these guys are neck and neck. Maru trying to catch up desperately, waiting for Hero to lose a game. But both of these guys just look unstoppable at this point. Would love to see them go head-to-head when Jin Air faces CJ this round, though. That's going to be insane.
Yeah.
If they match up, you know.
That's true. And look at Zest, man. 10-10 at this point. He's played
boy.
more games than anyone else in the Pro League, and he's not finding the wins.